Home sweet home. What a nice feeling to be back. Welcome to Wattles and Friends, episode 6 now. My house is a lot more furnished, a lot more finished now since you last saw it, and man, has there been a lot of changes around town. There's been a whitelist update. I'm now collecting materials for a really big project that I'm not talking about today actually, but I've gotten a lot of really generous donations from like Dragon Slayer Gal and Twins, so thank you guys so much. Had a nice little care package from Dragon Slayer as well on my porch this morning with acacia saplings. I didn't have any of those, so it's really nice to have those. But coming in over here, we have some really nice builds on the horizon here. Really cool house, and then I like the little small setup here. I think this is PT's build. There's a few people on right now, of course. Then some more cool builds coming in Petronia, but there's one build that I want to jump over to really quick here in the beginning. So you're never gonna believe what's standing right in front of me. I sure didn't believe what I was seeing the first time, but I go away for a week. I come back and there's a massive castle. Look at this thing. It's grade 1s. I know he's still working on it. I was just speaking with him the other night on some plans and stuff. I don't want to get into his plans though too much. That'll be a little bit of a secret, but look at this build. This is so grand, so massive, so impressive. I've never built anything like this before, and it makes me want to make a castle myself. This is just amazing to see going on in here. I really love the white concrete going on in this build, and yeah, it's just amazing. This really needed to be shown off on camera, and I think we're going to come back to it as he finishes it up a little bit more. This is just awesome. This is like a world wonder or something. So there's a few people on the server now, including myself, ready for shops, and that's the plan for today. We're going to open up our very first shop here on the server. Now, off camera, I went ahead and started planning paths like I had been mentioning in here. It's really rough, and they aren't in any kind of final form. Like, they're pretty plain, and that's not really the final vision or final plan for them, but I did want to just lay stuff out in here. So I plan on having a main road coming in here and then going around the middle, and I've claimed that middle area not for a shop, but for something fancy that we'll set up at a later time, because this will be like a little town circle type thing, I think. So I have something cool planned for that area, but we're going to pick one of these random paths. The idea here in the shopping district is that everyone has 1 or 2 shops here, or 1 or 2 buildings, I should say. It would be nice to, you know, kind of save room for everyone. So we get a lot of different build styles and a lot of cool, different, useful shops, really. Of course, I think there's going to be some shops at other people's bases and stuff, depending on what's being sold. But yeah, we need to pick a spot for our shop, and actually, I think I'm standing where I want to put mine, right here in this little plot here. I have a plan. I hope it's going to be worth it, like profitable. I hope I can make some money off of it. I've never been good at shops on servers. But the whole idea, in case you don't know, I think I mentioned it before on stream or something. I want to do a hamburger shop. Now, of course you're like, wait, Waddles, there's no hamburgers in Minecraft. That's not a thing. And I'm like, you're exactly right. Hamburgers are definitely not a thing in Minecraft. But cows are. Beef is a thing. And, you know, I was thinking like a hamburger is beef, right? So maybe we could make a giant hamburger and our shop will be inside of that giant hamburger. Now, this idea is kind of random, but I think it'll be a cool idea if I can manage to make a circular looking hamburger, a fancy double-decker hamburger, I think, and then we'll sell beef and leather, both cooked and uncooked, and then, you know, of course, you know, just leather in here. Now, I think the shop doesn't really need to be big. That's the idea here, is that the shops in this district aren't necessarily, like, gigantic or something like that. They're a little smaller, but of course, you know, some of them will probably be bigger than this build. This is a little small, but we'll do wood for the bun, right? And then I think I want to come in with soul sand for, like, the patty. Like, we have a patty hanging over, right? Because it's a little bigger than the bun. Or we'll pretend it is, I think. Like that. Again, a circle. I don't know where I'm going to put the door. Maybe we just do, like, 4 doors in it because there's not really a front or anything like that. I think I'll have to readjust the path, which will be all fine. If people have to readjust paths, that's all cool. Because this is a little close here. I'd like to decorate around the shop as well. But that'll be the plan. I have in my house a cow cooker thing in the basement. I added a tiny, tiny basement, and I plan on supplying the shop from there. Because the community ones are kind of for the community, and I don't want to, you know, keep unloading those things, bringing stuff here for that. You know, we'll leave that separate, if that makes sense. So patty 1 down. Now we need ketchup, lettuce, and mustard. No cheese. I don't like cheese on my hamburgers, so we're not putting cheese in. Mustard is yellow. This is not cheese, okay? I'm very serious about that. No cheeseburgers, please. But we'll go and throw this in kind of randomly, I think. I'm probably going to have to try and conserve materials because if it's on the inside, you know, and it's not being, like, seen, I could totally save that block for something else, you know? But some of this actually will be seen. I'm going to probably throw another patty in here. Like I said, double-decker hamburger, big fancy thing, I think would be cool. Because 1 layer, if I did it like this, would be really short. So I think we want to sandwich in lots of patties or another patty or, you know, a big burger. We want a big hamburger with absolutely no cheese whatsoever at all because cheese on a hamburger doesn't belong. It does not. After all of our toppings, we go in with another patty. Like I said, for the 5,000th time now, double-decker patty because why not? That would be really cool. Then I think we do the top bun. I think that is pretty much that in terms of it. I definitely will need to jump down from here in just a second and take a look from, like, back there and see how the shop looks, you know? But I think with the shopping district, the thing is going to be how it looks more up close because this will be filled in with other buildings. Let's pull this out, though, and then go maybe down the road. I mean, it's kind of a hamburger, right? But we're not going for kind of. We're going for that's a hamburger, right? So I don't think that's gonna cut it at all. I really don't think that's gonna quite cut what I'm going for here. So I think if we did another layer of toppings on top of this patty here, maybe that might help it. So another layer of this and then the bun. I think we'll do the bun with oak wood here. I harvested some before the video for once. So yeah, I hope that helps it out a little bit. It's not really too clear what it is yet to me. I want people to walk in and be like, oh, that's a hamburger, you know. Not, what is that? Soul Sand Circle. Is that a spaceship? No, it's not a spaceship. Not at all. That looks tasty, for sure. Definitely a hamburger, but I'm calling some people over here right now, and we're gonna find out if everyone else thinks it's a hamburger, because I might see a hamburger, but nobody else sees one. I made him hungry. Okay, I think it worked. That's good. Awesome. That's the plan here. To make people hungry so they buy my food. This seems to have worked. He gave me a really good suggestion of buttons for sesame seed. So I think I'm going to have to wait on that because I think the oak buttons might blend in a lot. So once 1.13 comes out and the world updates, I'll come in here with like spruce buttons or something. But I do want to try it and just kind of see, yeah, if I did a different type of wood, you know, that would work really good. So that's going to have to be something I come back in and do, like with birch wood or spruce wood or something. But now I have to do the inside. The outside was actually the easy part because I had a plan. The inside, I have no idea whatsoever, really. All that needs to be in here is room for some chests, right? I want to have 3 chests, I think. So I could do like 1, 2, 3, somewhere in the back. And then my other idea was maybe a step up. So we step up right here like that. Then maybe we do a door right here. I didn't want to do a door, but it might be a smart idea. Then I think we could maybe just do the floor flat across in here. And I think it might be neat to kind of spill all of these colors across the floor. Probably more so the wool, just because I don't have too much lettuce left, really, at all. I have 15. I mean, it might pass, you know. I might have enough to do that. But, yeah, I think that could work. Just everywhere on the floor randomized. Because that would fit with the theme. And I've never been inside of a hamburger before, believe it or not. So I don't really know what the inside structure, the anatomy of a hamburger's inside really looks like. So I'm taking a wild guess here and saying it's mustard, ketchup, and lettuce floating around. Absolutely no cheese still on the inside because that doesn't belong there. So we'll do that, right? That's kind of cool. Then we could do maybe, I mean, I would say soul sand around the edges. It could work, right? But it doesn't necessarily, like, make a bunch of sense to do soul sand around the edges. So I think we'll come in with wood and do something around the edge. Maybe, I mean, I could see some spruce wood in here going around the edges, like kind of as a decoration, but also as a, like a functional thing. So if we did that maybe, and then we just kind of wrapped around the edge, and we could put chests on it or something, probably fill in these gaps so we don't get baby zombies. That would just be a problem, but I think that would work. Then I think the top half can actually get lit up and then kind of stay like it is. I think it looks okay like that. I think that's kind of cool looking. But I'll go around the edge and try this out first. Yup, for sure. Now maybe we could go with the patty. Do we want to make this all even on the inside? Maybe not. Maybe we want to leave it kind of weird and just odd like this on the inside. I think that's kind of cool. It kind of gets to the look that I'm going for anyways. So maybe some support beams. There's probably support beams inside of a hamburger. So we could do spruce wood going up like that. And then that would go there going up. Does that start to make it too small in here? I can't tell. I don't think it does, actually. I think it's okay to have these beams in here. This still is kind of roomy. It's not meant to be huge in here. There's just, you know, pavement going on in here. Maybe I could put a little sunroof in there. Yeah, I think that works. So then we have to just do the chests, the payment signs and info, and then maybe a little bit of decorating up top there. Okay, you know the rule. Every hamburger must be properly supported, of course, right? Or it doesn't taste good. So we have a lot of properly supported hamburgerness going on in here up top to kind of fill up that whole space. Then we can leave the walls alone, and I think it looks fine. Now, you might be amazed with how creative I've gotten with the labeling. So we have leather, of course. That's not amazing. But then we have medium rare and well done. Okay, yeah, it's not that amazing. I'm gonna put raw steak over here and then cooked steak over there, and then leather in the middle. The pricing is temporary. I'm gonna change this, probably make it cheaper, especially for the steak. I could do a lot cheaper. I'm not ready to stock it yet though, so I'll have to stock that, you know, off camera in between episodes. I'm gonna throw, I think, probably a spruce door on here because that matches with the bottom bun. I know the bottom bun is a different type of wood, of course, but I was going for like a like a cooked bun type thing, you know, when they have the bun and it's, you know, burnt a little bit or whatever. But yeah, the lighting should be good in here. Everything should be perfectly fine. I threw torches in here just for good measure. I'll probably pull them out, though, once I get something a little better. And then, of course, pumpkin underneath the carpet. Well, that's good. That's all set up. So what I need to do is a sign for the shop, of course. That's going to be hopefully the customary thing that people do in the town here, is put some kind of sign by their shop so we know whose is whose and really what it is, you know, so you can just walk through here and be like, okay, that's Wattles steak shop, or I don't know, Dragon Slayer's dragon shop, who knows. And so welcome to Wattles Wild Burgers! Exclamation point, because I'm very excited to have it in here. Now, I know the top bun is much bigger than the bottom bun, but yeah, that's normal, right? Okay. Okay, the final thing for today, and for Wattles Wild Burgers, is this area around it. Now, of course, it's up to people what they want to do. They don't have to decorate around their shops if they're not feeling it, but I am feeling it, so I think we could do a bit of sunflowers, and then hopefully I can find some roses around here. I forgot to bring roses with me. I'm sure there's some near here, but roses too, to bring the color out. And then the leaves are like the lettuce, you know. But the sunflowers do, unfortunately, have that little thing where they only show one way. So I think we'll just put them over here, maybe, and then do roses on the other sides. That would probably look a little better than the back of a sunflower everywhere, right? The back of a sunflower doesn't always look too good, in my opinion, so we'll do something like that, I guess. Kinda, I guess works. Here's some roses. Okay, now that is it for today. That's everything I wanted to do. Now, of course, I need to stock this shop now, so hopefully by the time next episode comes along, I have some steak stocked in here, some leather, and maybe even some diamonds. Now, I will work on stuff a little bit on stream in between now and then, probably, so look out for that. My Twitch is linked down below, and if you're interested in joining the world next month, the whitelist will update in the beginning of May, so pledge now, and you'll get in then. My name is Wattles. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wattles and Friends. I will see you next time. Go have a good day, everybody. Goodbye.